one. Fight. Round two. Fight. You win.
Each of these competitors looks to gain momentum with a win tonight.
Whoever gets the early advantage could take this thing to a win. And with the women's division as white hot as it is right now, you just know this match is going to be one for the ages. Oof, kick finds it. Harsh impact.
How weird.
Got the arm. Oh man, what a light drop. She goes for the cover. Yes! Unreal performance.
Oh, there we go. You gotta control it.
Here is your winner, Bailey.
And there's your winner.
That's the kind of win that makes you feel good about yourself.
As we close the book on this match, I need to remind everybody just how big of a win this was. Simply amazing.
It takes a little bit, apparently, you know. This is why I try to use the gold one, because the gold one doesn't go crazy.
can feel the electricity running through this arena. This is going to be some battle. One-on-one, mano-a-mano.
Here we go, fellas. I've been looking forward to this one for quite some time.
Ooh, what an vicious strike.
The following contest
Big time singles matches on deck here, Byron. What should we expect to see here tonight? Two of the Shakespeare superstars appear to be in here tonight. I fully expect to see one of the most competitive matches.
She wants to do this in the ring. This might be it.
Oh, my.
Out the arm. Lock it in here.
and her opponent from Lexington, Kentucky, Bailey.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for one-on-one action. And Michael, it sounds to me like this crowd already picked the one who they want to win this match. Each of these competitors looks to gain momentum with a win tonight. Whoever gets the early advantage could take this thing to a win. And with the women's division as white hot as it is right now, you just know this match is going to be one for the ages. Ooh, kick finds it. Harsh impact. DDT! Out the arm. Oh man, what a light drop! She goes for the cover. Yes!
That didn't turn out the way I wanted.
Performance.
Some of them work, I'm assuming. So, I'm gonna do here.
Killer Frost.
It seems to work with Injustice, the first Injustice, the Ultimate Edition, but for some reason it doesn't do it with the Injustice 2, so I don't know if they just did something, mapped it out that way or what.
You don't stand a chance.
Begin.
still got to get adjusted to the controls a little bit with this game. And I think maybe that's why they want you just to map it out with the regular controller, because it's a little easier to do. You're like, well, we're going to retry, see if we can do a little bit better.
You don't stand a chance.
Begin.
Oops. I hit the move list by accident. But it'll give us an idea here. Hold on. So we're going to try UFC 2.
Felice Herring making her way out of the tunnel. She feels like she has all the tools to come away with a big victory tonight.
This girl has outstanding speed and footwork. Very difficult to catch, very elusive, and very good at closing the distance and landing her own strikes. She is absolutely terrifying on the feet because of this.
Felice Herring enters the octagon, ready to throw down. The chosen one, set to make her way to the octagon. She's coming off a great training camp, feels very sharp with her skills, and is really looking to impress tonight and earn a big UFC victory.
This girl has outstanding defense and very good blocking technique. It's so difficult to hit her cleanly. It is a big advantage for her, and she has so much confidence in her defense because of that.
The chosen one, set to fight Felice Herring. Our tale of the tape for this strawweight fight. Herring is 31. The chosen one is 45. Herring will have a 3-inch reach advantage. And now with our official introductions, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds of the UFC strawweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue. Mixed martial artist and professional record of 11 wins, 6 losses. She stands 5 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 315 pounds. Fighting out of Bristol, Lake, Illinois, Felice This woman is a boxer, making her professional debut here tonight. She stands 5 feet 1 inches tall, weighing in at 115 pounds. Fighting out of San Francisco, California, USA, the chosen one. And in the ring, the referee in charge,
Yves Levine, our referee for this strawweight battle here tonight in Las Vegas, Nevada. Here we go. Fight scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. White trunks for Herring, black trunks for the chosen. Herring gets caught by the inside leg. They're going after him quick here. And that jab is effective. Oh my goodness, how quick does that go? Right hand connect. Postured up. That's a big elbow shot. Give the elbow. Oh! Another nasty elbow land to the head. That's it! That's it! Unbelievable! Beautiful strike here to end the fight early in the first. Time now for our fight replay. And let's look at the replay and see the end of this fight. This is the huge ground and pound strike that lands for the KO. Let's look at that again from another angle. Check it out again. Oh man, KO. And here is Bruce Buffer with the official decision.
ladies and gentlemen, referee Yves Levine has called a stop to this contest.
It definitely looks like it works good with the UFC 2 game. So let's see the other games. So now we're going to try Mortal Kombat.
Across time for you
Why? Because you love me.
to terminate you.
extermination. Round 2, fight!
So far, it looks really well. We're gonna try the match again and gotta look up something. Let's see. Okay.
Did Skynet create you?
No, this body's by Chronica.
Who is Chronica? Round 1, fight! Get up. Round 2, fight! Insufficient. Get over here. Finish him.
Oh shit.
Fatality. The Terminator wins.
Okay, so when you do Deadpool, you have to use these and get into that position. And who I was. Holy shit. So we're gonna do a little smash here with this. Whoops. I always forget, B is A, apparently. And then A is B, I guess. It's kind of weird the way they mapped it out here, but it's okay. Just gotta get used to that. We're going to do Tomer Island. We're going to go Min Min. And we're going to choose. And our opponent will be Zelda. They say the fight. I'm honest, I've tried this before and it seems to work. Let's see if it works again. No, that didn't work. I think you kind of have to switch it up a little bit to directional pad. So that's how it's used. Yeah, you gotta switch it up to directional pad on Smash. Okay, I didn't do so well there because I had to switch from regular joystick to well, actually I went to so I guess you gotta switch to regular joystick or something like that for this. Thought it was a directional pad, but no directional pads on top. So you gotta use it just like, so when you switch it to the joystick portion and you place just like a directional pad on your GameCube switch. On your GameCube controller, this is what you flip. And once you get the hang of that, like I said, you have to use this thing, you have to switch it from here to here because you do this and Min Min doesn't do much. Or your player doesn't do much, it's just like poses and all that. That didn't help. does work well on the Smash, don't worry, it does. It's just that it's this right here you have to get used to, switching this to here, from here to here to play it. Here we go. Just gotta remember which one to get it with. Like I said, B is basically A with this controller. See B is actually A and then A is B here, so it's one of those kind of controllers where you have to really get used to it. It's basically about the gist of it. But so far it does play very well. The only thing is you gotta figure out how to do the smash with it. Here it is. I think I just had it. It was the B and A. Or the BA as they would call it. So yeah, basically it's B is A and A is B and whatever on top. So that's the only, I think, thing people may not like with the game. But once you get the hang of it, it'll be like, you know, like you've never played without the controller before. See? It's like that. It's like you've never played with the, it'll be like you've never played without the controller before. You just got to get used to the fact that, like I said, B is A and A is B. Yeah, it plays very well, so just gonna stop it there because I think my battery's getting low on the camera here, but yeah, it plays very well. A is B, B is A, and A is B when it comes to Smash, bro. You just gotta get used to that. Okay guys, so in conclusion, some of the games you will see throughout this, they do work. There's no doubt about it. I mean, when you look at the some of the games I played with the PS4, they do work. I mean, The Street Fighter game does work. Basically, the Street Fighter game obviously is one of the games that is suitable for this, the Street Fighter 5 one. The only thing that you have to do is basically what some people who have reviewed this already have said. You just basically got to keep the system off, and when you connect both your controller, your main controller, your main PS4 controller, well, maybe not this one, but your main controller to this, basically you got to make sure your PS4 is off before you connect this to the PS4. Now, on the other hand, there is an issue, though, I don't think anybody else has addressed. And what they have not addressed is, this is not, well, for me, this is not my original PS4 controller. This is not the original one. Instead, it's this one. And apparently when I use this one to connect with this, it does work, because this was the original controller that came with the system, and you can obviously tell that by a little wear and tear on it, and the analog sticks, the thumbsticks, a little tight. Like this one, it kind of like, it's kind of jittery, so it'll cause this one to be a little jittery as well. But like I said, it does work with some games. I mean, the like I said, Street Fighter 5 game it works with. Injustice 1, Gods Among Us, it works with. For some odd reason, it didn't work with the second Injustice, which was surprising. It might work with the Xbox version, but that's about it, maybe, I don't know. But it didn't work with the PS4 version, and I tried everything with it. I mean, it did kind of recognize some things, but it didn't work fully. Like, it didn't want to adapt to mapping out the controllers. But with the Injustice 1 game, it did work. There's no doubt about that. It did kind of work, except for, like I said, the controllers is a little jittery, a little bit. It's a little jittery. So it did work. It did respond with WWE 2K19. The only thing about that, though, is you have to have it down on as I show you in the video. Well, I'll show you right here. You have to have this switched down to here, or switched up. Either way, I think you have to have it switched up on the directional pad, or switched down to play it. You have to switch it from the, like I said, the D-pad icon to the analog icon for the joystick. And what's funny, though, is when you try playing on Smash on the Switch, you have to switch it from the directional pad icon to the joystick icon to play that, because if you put it on directional pad, it kind of changes a little bit on... It kind of changes to where the stick just basically has your character doing like a taunt move or something like that. And what's even more funnier is basically it switches over the buttons too. Like B becomes A and A becomes B. So that's what's interesting there. But it does work with Smash, and it works with other games as well. It works with the Street Fighter collection as well, so you can check that out. The Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection. It does work with that. But like I said, if you're ever curious if it worked with Smash, it works with Smash, and you basically got to figure that out yourself. As far as the Xbox One goes, it does work well with that, especially with Mortal Kombat X. I played Mortal Kombat X on that, and it worked great. In fact, I even did a finisher. I did a finisher that's, it's a new finisher. And basically it's, when you go into the Deadpool arena, now, which is part of the Aftermath expansion. You can basically send your character flying into the air, and they get hooked onto that big hook, and they get submerged into the acid pool, and up they come as a skeleton. So I was able to pull that off, and the controllers, they map up great, because basically, I'll have to fix this later, but sorry about that, I hit something. But the controls look great, because like I said, let's say you're doing easy fatality or something. This is what you do. It's like you got these two buttons, like this button here and this button is one fatality, easy, and then this is the others. So that works. And it was through this one that I was able to pull off that Deadpool fatality. And then, like I said, going back to Smash, basically A was B, and B was A, and A was B. So that was the thing. And then when you want to do like your finisher or your super move, your smash move, I think you got to press both of those at once. And what you have to do with certain games, like I think with 2K19, you got to switch it down to here or here, one of these I think. And then with Smash, you got to switch it down to here, because if you don't, and you use this, it's just gonna, like I say, cause your character to do a taunt move. You do this, and it worked. So it works with it. It really works, and I think a lot of it really works and works well. It just takes time to get used to, especially the mapping of the buttons. I mean, that's why they have the micro, so that way you can map it the way you're used to having it. But overall, it works out great. It really does. Like I said, it works well with some games. As a matter of fact, like I said, heck, I even tried it on UFC 2, the EA one, and it works all right. It seemed to last a little longer in a match than with the regular Xbox One controller. So it works well. It definitely, certain games, like I said, it definitely provides the assistance you need and gives you a more fluid feel. Basically makes it easier for you to play the game, especially if it's a fighting game, or a fighting related game, or arcade related game in a sense. So yeah, basically the footage you saw before this and everything is just an example of basically the game, of me utilizing this on certain games and everything, and actually succeeding in playing the games as well as I did. Like I said, the only problem is that when you connect this, when you port this, when you use the USB connection on your PS4 to connect the controller, it seems primarily you got to go with the controller that came with the system instead of possibly one that you buy outside of it. So that's the only other disadvantage, but overall it's pretty good. And then, like I said, the micro does help you, probably is helpful. I haven't used it really yet, but from what people say, it is to help you map out your controls and map out what you're going to do before the, to kind of get things more fluid, if you will, to get things more adjusted, if you know what I mean, kind of more familiar for you when it comes to how you play the games and everything. So, but yeah, when it comes to something like Smash Ultimate, it definitely works. The only thing I wish that they would do, honestly, is they would just maybe they already thought about it, but I just wish they would have came out with something to where you could just plug it in, just like you do with the Switch and your computer and the PS3. I wish they would allow you just to do this with the PS4 and the Xbox One. Surprisingly, you can't do it with the Xbox 360 because you need a controller for that, apparently. Maybe you can, I don't really know, I haven't tried it yet. And, well, actually I have tried it. I don't think we can do it. And I haven't tried it with the Wii U yet, but if it does work with the Wii U, that would be amazing. I don't think it does, but I can check that out eventually. But overall, it is a great system. I mean, it is a great controller for the price that I got it for. And like I said, the games I just showed you beforehand, utilizing this is an example. Some are good, some are not. Like I said, the wrestling ones, you know, depending on your controller that you have, that you can adapt, because I'm sure people can adapt or connect, sync up, if you will, the other PS4 controllers or game controllers that they buy secondary for the systems to this more than I can. But primarily, it's like the main one that comes with your system that you have to sync up. So overall, though, besides that, it does work with the games. I think you just got to make sure you map out the controls right and everything, and just go with that and go from there. But overall, do I recommend it? Absolutely. And if there is a way you can get a control, use a secondary official controller besides the one that comes with the console to connect with this, to work around it, then let me know down below. But yeah, just thought I'd do a bit of an update review on follow-up update review on the PXN fight stick, joystick, arcade stick, if you will, whatever you want to call it. Kind of show you some footage beforehand of how it works with certain games. It even works a little bit. I'll probably pop that in there as well with the MLP Main 6 fighting game that became them fighting herds, called Fighting is Magic. It does work with that off your computer. So overall, it is worth the price. It does work. It's very clicky, and it does give you that arcade feel, especially with fighting games. So do I recommend it? Absolutely. I just hope that if they come up with a follow-up in the future, if they haven't already, that it's more along the lines of just plug it in and go from there. And what's funny, though, is, just before I said this, when I tried using this on Injustice 2, and I kept unplugging it and plugging it back in, it said something of a legacy controller. So it makes me wonder, it's like, what does that mean? But hopefully it may work in the future, I don't know. But that's the only one, besides, that's the only one that really it didn't work with. So, it worked with the first Injustice, but it didn't work with that one. So hopefully I'll get it to work next time. But let me know what you guys think down below. Again, just wanted to give you guys a bit of a follow-up update review on this, and I do recommend it. But let me know what you guys think down below, and let me know if any of you have had the opportunity to actually use any other official controllers, like secondary PS4 or Xbox One controllers, to sync up successfully. If you've successfully synced those up to something like this, let me know down below, and I'll talk to you later.